Well, this breaking news is also happening. Senator Bob Corker, Republican of Tennessee, has announced that he is not going to seek re-election next year. He's retiring at the end of his term in 2018. He is not going to seek re-election, so that'll have big political ramifications. Let me just make sure you can hear me. Corker, wonderful, you can hear me. So Bob Corker is seen as an establishment Republican. He's also the chair of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, a powerful Republican. He was seen as a possible candidate for Secretary of State during when President Trump got elected. So, and it's possible that Tennessee he is an establishment Republican. It's possible that if there's a Republican elected from Tennessee, it will be more of a more conservative Republican and not an establishment Republican if a Republican's elected. So this definitely is an important piece of news with ramifications for Congress. Would love to hear what you think about it. I am at Lookner on Twitter, at Lookner. So give me a shout on Twitter. Let me know what your thoughts are on Bob Corker saying he's going to retire and he's not going to run for re-election next year. And hold on one sec, guys, real quick. Sorry, I just have to text my boss, Joe. So I wanted to show you a couple articles about this. So here's one. This is from the Washington Post. Republican senator from Tennessee announces his retirement. So this is about Bob Corker from the Washington Post. It says, Senator Bob Corker from Tennessee has announced he will not seek re-election this year. Another blow to the Republican establishment wing that comes on the same day the latest Republican effort to revamp the Affordable Care Act failed. Corker and his other establishment Republicans have come under fire from President Trump and his supporters for not delivering in the early days of the new administration. Once considered an ally of Trump's national security team, Corker and Trump traded insults during the August break amid chatter that staunch conservatives would mount a primary challenge to the foreign relations chairman. Corker's retirement will create what is likely to be a highly contested, ideologically driven Republican primary in Tennessee. It also creates a vacuum among Senate Republicans for leaders on national security issues. Quote, after much thought, consideration, where'd it go? After much thought, consideration, and family discussion over the past year, Elizabeth and I have decided that I will leave the United States Senate when my term expires at the end of 2018, the Chattanooga Republican said in a statement. When I ran for the Senate in 2006, I told people that I couldn't imagine serving for more than 2 terms. Understandably, as we have gained influence, that decision has become more difficult, but I have always been drawn to the citizen legislator model, and while I realize it's not for everyone, I believe with the kind of service I provide, it is the right one for me. I also believe, he said, the most important public service I have to offer our country would well occur over the next 15 months, and I want to be able to do that as thoughtfully and independently as I did the first 10 years and 9 months of my Senate career. Interesting point there. So he's not going to be running for re-election. So will he act any differently in the Senate now that he's not running for re-election? Corker recently called into question Trump's stability, and this was after Charlottesville, I believe, and Trump responded by tweeting that Corker was constantly asking me whether to seek re-election. So what do you think of Bob Corker not running? Give me a shout. Let me know. At Lookner on Twitter. And I want to read you another story I have here. This is CNN's story on Corker. They also say Senator Bob Corker, Tennessee Republican, will not seek re-election next year. What are the other details here? We saw that they have Corker's statement, and it says Corker is the Senate's Foreign Relations Committee chairman. Sorry, where'd that go? And had told CNN earlier this month that he was considering whether to run again. When I ran for the Senate in 2006, I told people, no, I already saw that part. Here it is. Corker, who was at one time among those considered a candidate to be President Trump's Secretary of State, had been increasingly critical of the president in recent months. The president has not yet been able to demonstrate the stability nor some of the competence that he needs to demonstrate in order to be successful, Corker said last month. He continued, Corker said last month, according to a video posted by local news website Nuga.com, in reference, and by the way, I know there might be some black screens up. It's a problem we're working on with YouTube. If you see a black YouTube logo, it's only going to be up for a few seconds and we'll be coming back after. So it's not our fault. We're working with YouTube on fixing it. Anyways, to continue the article, in reference to Trump's handling of violence, let's see here. Hold on a second. Trump and his press secretary responded to his own criticism. Corker later said he had a strong relationship with the president, and the two had a meeting at the White House on September 15th. Corker had been weighing the decision for months. Susie Q sent me a message where she said bye, and it's just a video of a rhino. So she believes Corker is a rhino. And let's see if I can get you some other reaction. A lot of people are posting on Twitter about this. By the way, seeing some reports that a South Korean soldier was found shot following gunshots, unclear if self-inflicted or sniper. So we'll keep you updated on that story. I'm just trying to get some Corker response here. So people are already talking about like the election there in Tennessee. So for example, Alex Eisenstadt says, potential Corker primary challenger, who now Corker's not running, Mark Green has been in Alabama for Roy Moore over the last few days, met with Bannon until 1 a.m. last night. So a bunch of people probably going to get into that race now in Tennessee, now that there's going to be an open Senate seat there. Just looking for some other stuff here. Okay, so I think we're going to keep this stream short because, to be honest, in a couple hours, we have to come on. Less than 2 hours, we're coming on to do coverage of the Alabama election, and I have not eaten today because we've been doing so much news. So I must go eat something so I don't starve to death during the Alabama coverage. So I'm going to go eat now. I'm going to grab something to eat. Sorry this is such a short stream, but it's a very busy day here, so we want to come on and do something about it. But anyways, join us. We're going to cover the Alabama election results. It's going to start at 7:30 Eastern tonight, 7:30 Eastern. Oh, actually, that's 3 hours from now. Good, I have a little more time. Whew, I thought it was 2 hours from now. I was confused with my time zones. So that's good. I'm much more relaxed now. I thought I was running out of time. So I'll stay on for a couple more minutes here, but eventually I do need to get something to eat because I haven't eaten all day. We were up early covering the college basketball story. So it's been a busy day here at Right Side. But yeah, so you'll definitely be hearing more about the Tennessee Senate race coming up. I'm sure it'll be a lot of money being spent on that race. And as all the races, it seems like today for Senate. Yeah, so we'll keep you informed. We'll keep an eye on this North Korea story today too, and we're going to have Alabama coverage tonight for the Senate election. But for now, I'm going to get off the air now and get something to eat so we can be back soon and cover things. By the way, one more comment. Glenda Eli wrote in, "Drain the swamp." That's what Glenda Eli wrote. So thank you for joining us for this kind of short stream. And but we'll be back on tonight with our Alabama election coverage and other news. If big news happens, we will cover it today and tonight. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Click the notifications bell. Follow us on Twitter at RSB Network. You can follow me on Twitter at Lookner. And we are viewer supported. So please, if you like our coverage, we can only stay on the air with your support. You can donate by clicking on the $ at the bottom of the YouTube chat. There's a little dollar sign there. Or you can go to rsbn.tv/donate. rsbn.tv/donate, and I will be posting even when I'm not on the air about breaking news on my Twitter. You can follow me there at Lookner. But for now, thank you to the moderators for moderating the chat rooms, and thank you all for joining us. And we'll see you in a little bit. For now, we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back tonight with election coverage of the Alabama election. See you soon.